Coach Jeanette here. I just wanted to go over how to do a connection breath today. So I'm going to go from a seated position. You can also do this lying flat on the floor with your knees bent, which can sometimes give you better feedback into your back. You can also do it from a tall kneeling position like this or standing. Those are a little more difficult and you have a little less feedback. So we're going to start today with seated. First, find a good spot where I'm like right on my sits bones. So kind of like pull the fleshy part of your butt away so you have a nice firm seat and your feet flat on the floor. Put one hand on your belly and the other like right around your ribs here so you can feel the inhale. So I'm gonna like big deep inhale and I'm gonna breathe into my hands. So I'm breathing out into my stomach, sideways into my side, back into my whole back. So I'm using everything. So just start with a couple breaths there. And really think about pulling it right down into your pelvic bowl. Breathe right down to your seat. Okay, so now to add the contraction of the pelvic floor, there's a couple of different ways you can imagine this. One is to think about picking up a grape or a marble off of the bench underneath you. So as you exhale, so you're going to inhale, everything relaxes, exhale, think about picking up that marble or the grape. Another way to think about it is if you have to pee and fart at the same time and you're trying to hold them in, that's those muscles. Don't clench your butt though. So if you're like popping up, that you're using those big glute muscles, we don't want that. We just want a gentle contraction with just the pelvic floor. Third way that you can imagine it, which is the one that I like, is to imagine all of your bones spreading and coming together. So you've got your two hip bones, pubic bone, and your tailbone, and it kind of makes this square. So as you inhale, feel them all expand. And as you exhale, think about just drawing them a little tighter together. So sort of the ideal for women through pregnancy, what I usually suggest is 8 breaths of just a contraction on the exhale. And then at the end, you can do 3 that are hold. So when you're holding, aim for 6 to 10 seconds. So it would be like inhale, exhale to contract, and then keep the contraction and keep breathing. So keep the contraction, but inhale, exhale, and maybe do one more if you can. Inhale, and exhale. You can feel your ribs are still moving, your stomach is still moving, but it's less, and you're keeping that up. So instead of, the air is still pushing down, but it's running into that holding of the hammock of your pelvic floor.